We're pretty excited about a lot of things that are happening at the University of Mississippi, and grateful for the chance to be with you and talk about that some. I think our growth in enrollment is a metaphor for a lot of good things that are happening at the university, and during a time when nationally enrollment in higher education is going down in our state, when numbers are going down generally. The growth that we're experiencing is exciting for us, and we believe exciting for Mississippi. And the main message I hope to deliver is that the good things that are happening at the University of Mississippi are good for the state of Mississippi. And we're excited about those things, and want more people to know about those things. So you've reported the numbers from this fall, but I'll remind you we're just over 22,000 students now in all of our locations, and very happy with that growth, and happy for what that means for citizens of Mississippi. We are different from most flagship universities in most states. If you look at a lot of our peers, what you'll see are universities that are focused on improving their academic programs and have no interest in access. And we're one of the handful of flagship universities around the state that really try to do two things as we're trying to grow academic opportunities for our students and attract the very best and brightest students, and we're trying to do that, and we're doing that successfully. We're also trying to keep ourselves positioned to meet needs in Mississippi, and in 2013, because of you guys know, because of what you're writing about, what Chris and others are writing about K-12 education, that means that we have to still pay a lot of attention to access, and we have to be prepared to help students that come to us who are not fully prepared to take on the complete rigor of the strongest academic experience to be successful in our environment. And we believe it's the right thing to do for Mississippi, and it's the right thing to do for those students. So let me tell you some reasons I think we're being successful at doing that. So we are growing, and we have students from all around the world who want to come and be a part of the University of Mississippi. And when we ask them, why did you choose the University of Mississippi over all those other places, football doesn't come up for quite a while. Even a pretty campus doesn't come up for quite a while. The first things on the list are related to academics, and the number one on the list, strong academic programs. That's why people choose the University of Mississippi. We're really happy that that's the case, and believe that's the way that it should be. So we have students from all 50 states and from 93 countries that choose to come to the University of Mississippi. We think that diversity of thought, that diversity of race, language, religion, political views creates a wonderful academic environment. And if our goal was only and simply to provide the best academic experience for a Mississippian, we'd want to try to create some of that. We'd want to try to import some of these folks from other places for the diversity, for the benefit of our students from Mississippi. And yet, while we have all of that diversity, 64% of our students are Mississippians. So we're clearly meeting needs in Mississippi.
Is that at all levels?
That's everything. Yeah, that's 64% of all of our students on all of our locations. You've reported some on our freshman class. This is our largest freshman class. This is on paper, our smartest freshman class. And we hope they're the smartest overall. We'll see as time moves on. But this freshman class has 3,579 students, and just over half of those are from out of state this year.
Over half?
Over half, yeah. We've talked about this before in previous meetings, I think, but 3 years ago we asked our board for the opportunity to change our admissions policies for non-resident students. We did this primarily to manage our growth. So we've had a very significant increase in the number of applications to the university. if we had accepted, as by the way we had done admissions in years past, before the board gave us authority to do a different process for non-resident students, we would have added over the last 2 years collectively another 1,000 students more than we did. We said no to a lot of those students who were met the minimum standards for admission but weren't the best prepared students from out of state, while at the same time taking every minimally qualified Mississippian who comes to us. And we believe that's our right and appropriate role as the flagship university in this state with unique needs related to education. And so that's allowed us to make progress on the average ACT for our freshman class, allowed us to make progress on the average GPA for the freshman class, and importantly, that and some other things that we've done have helped us to make significant progress on our freshman to sophomore retention rate. So that's another one of the reasons for our increase in enrollment, is that we're able to keep more of our students there. So by taking better prepared non-resident students and then using some of our resources to put special programs in place for those who come to us less prepared than is ideal, we're able to help more and more of those students be successful in staying in school. And those strategies for our freshmen who come to us without full preparation include things like smaller classes, just as we have smaller classes for our honors college students, because that gives them a different academic experience. For some of our most vulnerable students, some of those smaller classes give them more face-to-face time with their professors, and I'm grateful that within the culture that's there in the academic programs at our university, when we were a small public university, one of the things that was a strong point for us was that students could have individual relationships with faculty members. I don't know how our faculty has maintained that over the years, but that has remained a key part of our culture, that there's the expectation that faculty are going to know students and students have access to faculty, and those human relationships are still important in the way students can find success at Ole Miss. And for these students who come to us less than fully prepared, that's a really important part of the formula for them being successful. Some universities would perhaps be sad that they had to take on those dual responsibilities for having the very best academic opportunity for some of the best and brightest students, like we have in our honors college and Croft Institute for International Studies and so forth, and at the same time have a responsibility for students who are not fully prepared. We embrace that as part of who we are. We embrace it as a unique role that we have to play as a flagship university in a poor state with lots of needs. We are proud of some of those really strong academic programs that are attracting the best and brightest. You report on those from time to time. I've mentioned the Sally McDonald Barksdale Honors College. I've mentioned the Croft Institute for International Studies. Both of those are programs that attract students from all around the country. We've enlarged the Honors College as we've enlarged the freshman class, with the goal of keeping our Honors College freshman class at about 10% of the overall freshman class. So this year we have 360 freshmen in the Honors College, and have been able to maintain an average ACT score for that group of 30.4, which is really indicates a very strong group of students, and roughly 2/3 of the students in the Honors College come to us from Mississippi. So we're glad to be able to attract some of the best and brightest from Mississippi into those programs. The Croft Institute houses a number of language programs. The Chinese language program is a flagship program. That means it has federal funding to support it, and a commitment on our part that we'll prepare students when they finish their curriculum with us. They'll be prepared to take on jobs in the diplomatic service or the intelligence service using the languages that they've learned at Ole Miss. And then the Center for Manufacturing Excellence is a program now that's about 3 years old that has students from engineering, business, and accountancy in the program. preparing students to be leaders in manufacturing in Mississippi. And we believe Northeast Mississippi and Mississippi broadly still has large opportunities in manufacturing, and we want to provide the leaders for that sector. And then the Lot Leadership Institute, and many of our students are majoring in public policy or political science, are members of the Lot Leadership Institute, and that program continues to thrive and grow. And then this year, we've added one new program, the Mississippi Excellence in Teaching program, and we appreciate the good coverage that you've given for that program that is allowing us to attract students who qualify to be in our honors college, who want to be high school teachers of English and math, and are willing to take on the challenges of a classroom in a Mississippi public high school to teach English or math when they're qualified to enter any of our professional schools on our campus. And that great funding from the Heritage Foundation is allowing us to give them full ride scholarships to get them through their educational experience at the university, and then go out and serve schools in Mississippi. So those are some of the programs that we're particularly proud of. We're so proud of our School of Accountancy that we even paid you for an ad to brag on our School of Accountancy. As you know, we don't advertise a lot, but we thought that was worth being sure that the people saw it in big bold print, that they should. Full page, yes. That's but when you achieve number 4 in the country in anything, even if it's not football, it ought to get people's attention really good. And we're really proud of that program. We have a number of other programs that are nationally competitive. This ranking program happens to be one that we think is there's really only one ranking system for schools of accountancy in the country, and the fact that we've continued to move up. Just a handful of years ago we moved into the top 10, and I think it's astounding. But it is that story really says a lot about the university. It's a group of faculty, most of whom have been there for a good number of years, who've just worked and worked and worked, and they recruit good students. They work hard to be sure their students get good jobs, and that's been a huge part of the strength of that academic program. Is that their students don't just get jobs; their students get really good jobs when they finish usually the 5th year of the master's degree in accountancy. But very proud of that program and a number of other nationally competitive academic programs. School of Pharmacy has been there for a long time. Our School of Medicine continues to be very strong. Creative Writing program continues to get lots of attention. Beth Ann Finley and Tom Franklin have their first co-written novel coming out this week.
I saw that.
And if somebody's not reviewed that for you yet, that's somebody ought to read that and review it. It is. I'm not very objective about their writing, but I think it's a great read. It's a book that tells a great story and has great meaning. So these are happy days for us, and we want to be sure that Mississippians know that this is happening for them. And frankly, we want Mississippians to be proud of what they have in the University of Mississippi. We think they should be.